Hello everyone, welcome to today's webinar by Royal Cyber. I am Pranchan and I will be your host and speaker for today's webinar. Before we proceed, some of the ground rules for smoother experience. In case of any queries, please feel free to post your queries in the chat window. There will be a dedicated slot for Q&A at the end of the session. Please feel free to use the slot to ask your queries. If you have any queries later, or need any information from Royal Cyber, please write to us at info@royalcyber.com. A webinar survey form will be shared at the end of the webinar. I request everyone to fill it. Let me introduce myself. I am Pranchan, Mainframe Practice Lead at Royal Cyber, and I will be taking you through the idea and rationale behind demystifying mainframe modernization and transforming from legacy to a digital excellence. Please allow me to give you a quick and brief glance about today's agenda. Understanding the mainframe legacy. Here I'll walk you through the legacy of mainframe and its footprints in the IT world as of today. Our next point on the agenda is legacy challenges and modernization imperatives, where I will talk about what challenges organizations and business would face if they were to continue with legacy applications, as well as the various imperatives that is driving modernization as of today. I'll speak about the modernization journey, where I'll talk about the technical challenges that are faced during this journey and what solutions we can have that would overcome these challenges. I will also give you a glimpse about the few modernization projects that Royal Cyber has been working with its client practices in order to empower their organization to transition from legacy system to a modern and digital and agile infrastructure. At the end, we will have a slot for Q&A where I would ask our listeners and viewers to post your queries. Let me quickly give you a brief about Royal Cyber. Royal Cyber is one of the fast growing IT consulting and digital transformation company specializing in IT services and solutions. We are a 2-decade-old organization offering services and solutions in various domains, including e-commerce, digital transformation, cloud computing, DevOps, AI and machine learning, and more to our partners. We are a strong team of 2,000 skilled employees. We have multiple offshore delivery centers in India, and we have strategic partnerships with big technology companies like Microsoft, IBM, Amazon, Oracle, Google, and the likes. We take pride in providing high quality services and solutions to our customers. Among different practices, we have mainframe practice where we help our customers in these areas. Mainframe infrastructure management, where we help our customers in ZOS and ZVM system programming, ZOS and PTF installation, configuration, maintenance, and upgrade. We also help our clients in DB2 installations, migration, Kix region management, Kix region cloning, Kix web service enablement, and so on. Then under application services, we provide application development, maintenance, enhancement, and support to our client partners. Under enterprise modernization, we assist our client partners in modernizing their legacy applications using Royal Cyber assets and solutions. We not only provide support, but we also provide training to our client partners, and we follow the policy of train the trainer. We assist our clients in system configuration, monitoring, and management support. We provide them 24/7 working hours operational support as well as help them in alert and incident management. So let us begin with the first point of our today's agenda, which is understanding the mainframe legacy. Mainframe applications even today remain a mainstay of enterprise IT infrastructure, particularly for organizations that rely on high volume processing. In fact, there are many large organizations today that still use legacy applications that run on mainframe for their core business operations. As per statistics, we have found in a IBM survey that 71% of executives say that mainframe based applications are central to their business strategy. We have seen that for more than 60 years, mainframe computers have powered mission critical applications for industries central to their continuing operations of the global economy. Mainframe applications are still a critical component of the IT landscape. According to a 2022 Mainframe Modernization Business Barometer report, we have seen that 44 of the top 50 banks as well as top 10 insurance companies still rely on mainframes. The same report also shows that most survey respondents mainframe run on legacy languages, with COBOL coming first at 42%. In another report, we have seen that as of today, 45 of top 50 banks, 4 of top 5 airlines, 7 of top 10 global retailers, and 67 of the Fortune 100 companies still leverage the mainframe as their core platform. Mainframe handles 70% of the world's production IT workload, and 90% of the IT and business executives from a recent survey view says that mainframe is a growth platform, with more than half reporting an increase in transaction volumes over the past 12 months. So if mainframe is such a critical part of an IT infrastructure, why do organizations want to migrate from legacy to modernization? Well, maintaining a legacy application has its own challenges. In a survey, the survey respondents have named code quality, scope creep, and inadequate expertise as the top unforeseen challenges that arise from maintaining a legacy application. Further investigation has revealed a plethora of root causes. Code quality issue was one of the most commonly associated with poor vendor performance. Inadequate expertise was attributed to a variety of focus areas, from capable legacy language and database experts to legacy modernization talent, business process representatives, and testing resources, etc. So what is actually driving modernization? One overarching driver of application modernization is the need for flexibility and agility required to integrate IT technologies in a way that aligns with business demands. High cost of maintaining legacy application, system, and infrastructure, shortage of employees skilled in legacy languages like COBOL and Natural, and workers who expect on-the-job technologies will be equal to or better than what they have at home and in their pockets. Now let us talk about the modernization imperatives that is driving the modernization. One of the key factors that drives the modernization today is cost. While the price of cloud infrastructure sinks every day, the price of maintaining a legacy application is only increasing. Maintenance, power, security, cooling, and ever rising license fees for labor intensive archaic computers consume a large portion of today's IT budget. The US government in total, federal agencies spend $94.1 billion on IT, more than 75% of which was allocated to maintain aging applications and systems. And because of that, it does not leave a lot of funding for enhancement, expansion of technology capabilities, and IT innovation. Second important driving factor is lack of mainframe talent. Today, we have shortage of employees that are skilled in legacy languages like COBOL, Natural, PL1, JCL, etc. The new talents which are entering the workforce focuses their skill on the future of computing and not on the past. As the talent pool trained to run the legacy system retires, it becomes more expensive and challenging to hire and train a workforce for legacy systems. If you see this graph, it shows you the legacy code erosion. Over the past 5 years, business have lost an average 23% of the mainframe workforce. And with that 23%, 63% of those positions still remain unfulfilled. Other factors also include compatibility issues because many legacy systems are no longer or very little compatible with modern software versions and integration methods. This significantly reduces functionality and narrows the pool of digital tools that can access mainframe data. Scalability. The legacy systems only have so much processing power, meaning a sudden influx of activity can incapacitate a company's server. A system that inhibits growth cannot support most business long-term aspirations. Last but not the least, an important factor that drives modernization is the compliance. The states, federal governments, and international bodies continue to impose stricter data governance regulatory requirements to safeguard the customer's information in the digital age. And legacy mainframe systems do not offer the same security as the modern system, leaving the business non-compliant and vulnerable to attack. There was another survey which also says that 38% of participants that participated in the survey believe that the leadership still lack an understanding of the business benefits of cloud migration and IT in general. Considering the factors which we have discussed above that is driving modernization today, even then, for many organizations, the mainframe is core to their business. However, considering the challenges that legacy system provides, many mainframe clients have already begun their journey to the distributed or cloud platforms. We have seen that top 10 insurers have already moved or proceeded towards their journey of modernization. 92% of the top 100 banks, 92% of the top 25 airlines, 80% of enterprise data, and 72% of the top 25 retailers have already begun their journey to migrate from legacy to a distributed or cloud platforms. According to a transparent market research, the mainframe modernization service market is estimated to grow 16.5% CAGR from $23.5 billion in 2021 to $108.9 billion by 2031. Please note that these figures have been pulled from globenewswire.com. Now, the modernization journey can provide different benefits for different organizations. The journey companies make to arrive at modernization success vary widely. For example, in US, the US state government agency saved $20 to $25 million due to mainframe modernization. Similarly, 60 to 70 million euros were saved annually as a result of mainframe modernization, according to United Kingdom government agency. It is reported that 89% people have reported that mainframe modernization have resulted in a positive impact on sustainability goals for their own organizations. Application modernization will not happen in a single moment. Instead, it is a journey, an incremental process that will vary for each organization and include implementing technologies such as cloud, mobility, analytics, cybersecurity, etc. In short, what I want to convey here is legacy modernization is an iterative approach that will enable you to transform your IT ecosystem based on the current and future business needs and build a flexible foundation for future innovation. Royal Cyber's application modernization team can help our client partners define the scope of your legacy modernization projects and create an implementation roadmap based on your priorities. Our gradual and low risk approach focuses on the core system improvements rather than reinventing what already works. Now, let us talk about technical challenges and solutions faced while performing or attempting a mainframe modernization projects. One of the top challenges on the road of modernization is to think that technology alone will solve the problem. Mainframes are powerful without question, but the applications running on them are only going to work because development lifecycle process is a well developed. Some mainframe providers adopt approaches in line with agile and continuously deliver improved software that meets user needs. But addressing the real needs of customers can be challenged. Sometimes mainframe modernization might miss the mark. So even if your intentions are good, customer misalignment can still happen. For example, stakeholders are very enthusiastic about a potential technology. They start focusing on it instead of what it would mean for the customer's needs. One way to deal with that is to produce customer documentation that actually helps customer learn what they need to know instead of learning everything there is to know about the solution. Take the time to understand the pain points and needs of your clients. Bring in the technology and innovation resources that actually address these problems, and then meet the real needs of the end users should be our goal in developing any technology, including mainframes. Another important challenge in road towards modernization is integrating database administration into modern DevOps practices. In the past, database developers would often change the name of column in the table only to have that one change introduce chaos to the downstream SQL statements. Most of the time, there was no direct connection between the codes and the database. Aligning database development with application development used to be very difficult. With the emergence of DevOps, this has changed, especially in the mainframe landscape. One of the modernization challenge is developing a mainframe without broadening the team to include database administrators. You can deploy agile development with database administrators being a part of your team alongside developers. Increased collaboration between people who code application and manage database will have a positive impact on your modernization projects. With agile practices, DevOps increases the efficiency in any software development lifecycle, including mainframe. Thereby, including database administrators in the daily task of developers is the easiest way to launch seamless change management into your mainframe development. Next challenge is identifying and reducing shadow IT projects. One of the benefit of mainframe is the amazing computing capability. But for many companies, they are also the large black boxes with logic and data embedded in them. IT departments might be struggling with this type of isolation internally, in particular, the isolation around the data. Groups outside of mainframe development might address the problem by copying the data out of the mainframe to other environments. This concept is called shadow IT. Shadow IT happens when you have mainframe and a team ends up copying what mainframe is doing because it wants independence and more control. It might seem that shadow IT isn't a big problem, but it can generate enormous cost. For example, an organization might even end up spending 200 million per dollar on mainframe, then spending another 100 million on distributed items that are actually based on taking the data off from the mainframe. So instead of resorting to shadow IT, share the data and make most of the available technologies. Encourage teams to share it, not copy it. Manage all the data together and share the resources around resilience, transaction programs, and security. And by launching this type of collaboration, we can avoid placing the IT teams and silos and potentially save millions of dollars. Improving tool standardization. When it comes to mainframe modernization, tool standardization is crucial to achieving satisfactory results. But integrating competent technologies might lead to many problems, especially if you are facing cultural or technical disparities. This problem is something we can see happening to financial service institutions that have both legacy mainframe and emerging technologies. The IT budgets may be running into hundreds of millions, if not billions. It is very likely that different products with different development histories and conflicting architectural setup in your organization, the team might start using open source tools like Jenkins, Eclipse, or Git. These tools have some duplicity with closed source tools, and might bring more architectural conflict. Integrating all these products and technologies might become even more difficult because of automation that is now entering into the world of CI/CD process. Automating the process means that it needs to be formalized and standardized. It is necessary to know how all the products in that flow will be interacting with each other. If you do not know that, then integration is going to become the primary bottleneck in any automation efforts. Lack of standardization also slow down the agility of mainframe. Business that are looking for faster deployment should choose x66 platform that adhere to general convention based on open source standards, because this is one of the biggest inhibitors mainframe becoming as mainstream as the cloud. The tools that develop a great agile experience for mainframe are hard to find since most of them are still proprietary. Avoiding poorly directed modernization efforts is very critical in modernization journey. Modernization essentially comes in two types. The first is when the brand new technologies is used to address the real shortcoming in the company's IT portfolio. The second type, which we are talking about today, is when the new technologies rehash the capabilities that already existed in the legacy systems. Addressing the shortcomings in a cost-effective way is a smart move. Applying the changes to a technology stack for the sake of it rarely comes with a benefit. And yet it happens often among organizations with mainframe computers. So mainframe modernization may fail when you bring in modern tools and languages to the mainframe without knowing what's actually happening there already. This type of redundant development activities is a problem across many IT departments. Most of the time, it arises due to poor communication, and that is why communication must happen beyond emails and weekly meetings, because communication plays a very important factor. Sharing information and using the wisdom of cloud is critical for ensuring that modernization efforts aren't misguided and we are actually investing in a mainframe that will support the business mission. Now let us talk about the various assets and solutions that Royal Cyber can provide to modernize your applications and transform from a legacy application to a modern and digital infrastructure. One of the solutions that Royal Cyber provides is to integrate the urban code with Endeavor. We have built a plugin for CA Endeavor with integrating with UCD to deploy packages. We have solutions for Endeavor to RTC Z migration, wherein Royal Cyber can provide solution for application migration from a legacy CA source code migration tool to a IBM source code migration tool, which is RTZ through ETL. We have also solutions to convert from Micro Focus to COBOL. Royal Cyber can help the clients to convert and compile COBOL programs, and that can be provided for use with Micro Focus compilers. Custom code rule. Custom code rule development is where Royal Cyber helps the client in developing domain specific custom code review rules along with RDC. Then we have ZDevOps solution, wherein agile principles can be used to shorten the development cycle with continuous integration and continuous delivery. We have automated the mainframe user password reset process using web application, and we can assist our clients for resetting the mainframe password using our solution. Royal Cyber has built a product on Elasticsearch platform that provides enterprise solution in analyzing logs and metrics with real-time workload, business transactions, and performance metrics. And last but the most important solution that we provide is legacy source code modernization. Royal Cyber has been working with different client partners to successfully migrate from legacy source code migration tool, that is Endeavor, to a new source code migration tool, that is Git. We have ongoing projects wherein we are helping our clients or partners to perform this migration from a legacy SCM to a new and modernized SCM tool like Git. In this case, Royal Cyber has an inbuilt tool which uses the following mitigation approach. We use the concept of extract, transform, and load. In extract, what we do is we extract all the Endeavor artifacts from the Endeavor API. We store the extracted artifacts in a central repository. It can be a Mongo database for audit and validation purposes. After the extraction is done, the next step is transform. In transform, we automatically transform the GitHub artifacts to the extent possible through mapping definitions. Transformation process is configurable based on the target tool and use mapping definitions to create the mapped artifacts to be used as input to the load process. Once the transformation is complete, we load all the transformed artifacts from the local repository to create a target source code migration artifacts. We have a separate webinar on how this inbuilt tool works and how we have helped our client in migration from a legacy source code migration tool to a new GitHub. If you want to view the webinar on legacy to Git migration, please visit our webinar, or you can write to us at info@royalcyber.com and we'll provide you the link to webinar which talks in detail about how the migration from legacy SCM to a new SCM like GitHub occurs. With this, I have covered our today's agenda and I open the platform for question and answer.